Let's have ourselves afternoon. Got my refreshment. Got my hydration. And we're set to have a day. Welcome back to the show. Oh, man. So I finally got the courage to sit down and watch this film from the Bengals-Jaguars game. I watched majority of the offensive possessions. I still got a little bit of work to do, but I feel like I've seen everything that I need to see for now. Okay? And I'll wait for some people to file in here before I really get into the meat of this thing. I don't think the state of the Bengals is as bad as everybody wants you to believe it is. Dude, I popped up this morning. I was thinking to myself, I said, God damn, I got a little bit of optimism again. And this is before I watched the film. I thought to myself, golly, can you imagine the story? Can you imagine what kind of story this is going to be? Can you imagine? Right? I don't know. I'm going to wait for some people to file in before I really get in the trenches on what I thought watching the film. But I have to say it. Jake Browning has aura. Jake Browning out of the University of Washington. He did not get this girl of his for nothing. He didn't get this baddie dancing on TikTok without a little bit of charisma. You know what I'm saying? And you see it on the film. The guy is poised. The guy is confident. The guy is ready to take on this opportunity. And I'm not saying he's standing there on the sideline preying on Mr. Burrow's downfall. But I am saying that when I watched the film, when I looked at the film and I watched number 6, I watched his body language. He's got a bigger build than I really got to take in on TV. You look at the All-22 and you look at it from the end zone angle, the guy's got more size than you would think, right? I don't think he's as tall as Joe, but he looks damn close. If I was watching the film without commentary and looking from the side, of course, you can't see the number, and they were wearing the same gear, I would have a hard time telling you that no, that's not Joe. Things aren't the same. I'd have a hard time telling you that. So I don't know, man. I might be delusional. I might just have this delusional love for this organization and this delusional desire for the Bengals to do well. You know, I've described my fan relationship with the Cincinnati Bengals like I've described a relationship with a toxic woman. And I've been through that before. I know what that feels like, and it's a very similar feeling. Waking up every game day, watching these Bengals teams for my whole life. For my whole life. You wake up excited. You wake up with this blind optimism. You wake up saying, today's going to be a good day. The boys in the stripes play. And then the ball's kicked off, and you're like, oh, damn! Every single time. Every single time without fail. You know, and with the beautiful toxic woman, it's the same thing. You get in the sack for a couple minutes, and you say, golly, this is the best thing ever. This is better than anything this is amazing. And then you get done in the sack, and you go back to, oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, man, horse racing keeps hollering at me about man. Yeah, I don't know what to say. He keeps saying something in the chat. I appreciate it, brother. But you constantly are coming in here saying that. And I'm kind of wondering about your orientation at this point, bro. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm just having a little fun. So yeah, Browning. I think, listen, man, somebody come in here and tell me I'm delusional. I think the guy has got it. I think he's got it. I know he's got it. I watched him on film. This guy's body language. Look, when you see a quarterback and you're watching the all-22 from the end zone, and this quarterback's standing there, and he's like, he's confident. He understands what he's doing out there. He's ready for his opportunity. You delusional. Yeah, I might be delusional. I really might. Dolphins to cover against the Bills is absolutely wild. There's nothing I have seen to make me believe that the Dolphins will be able to play football against the Buffalo Bills. But again, it's the pros, you know. It's really hard to predict what these guys are going to come out and do Sunday in, Sunday out. I've only had one season in my life where I was considerably profitable betting that league. One season. It was 2022, I believe. So we watched the film. We watched the film from the Jaguars-Bengals game. I was scared. I was petrified. And I haven't watched the defense. I just watched the offense. I was curious to see what was going on with the O-line, especially early in the game. And it seemed early in the game that these guys, especially Orlando Brown, just kind of had the jitters. Like Orlando Brown, first of all, that guy's stance is ridiculous. I want anybody in here that has NFL Plus to go into all 22 film and watch the film from the last game and just take a look at the first couple series and just watch 75 on the Bengals offense. He keeps the same stance the whole game, but I was absolutely shocked. This guy's stance is like it's so narrow. His feet are like next to each other, almost touching each other. His feet, you're supposed to have, and again, this guy's a pro. This guy's had countless game film. This guy's practiced. This guy's practiced forever, you know. So obviously NFL coaches know better than me. If an NFL coach saw something that wasn't working, they would tell him and they would either correct it or he's proven over a period of time that it works. And these coaches, they just shut up. But this guy's stance is so narrow. And I watched him, especially the first 3-4 series of this game on Sunday against Jacksonville, just get absolutely blown back because he's sitting there just narrow as all get out, bro. And on the play that Joe got hurt, I mentioned it yesterday, sure enough, Orlando Brown, he got his ass bullied back into Joe's lap. Absolutely bullied. Rest of the guys, they were holding up decent. I know that Jacksonville got home on a 4-man rush a couple times. There were 2 plays in a row on the first series where Joe got clipped. 2 plays in a row. One play where he throws it up, the ball gets batted backwards, and everybody's chasing a jump on it. It ended up being an incompletion. I'm sure anybody that watched the game remembers that. And then literally the play after, they mug. The Mike linebacker gets through completely clean up the middle, and they get the sack to send the Bengals punt team out there. Now, I'm still trying to figure out what changed from the time that Joe got hurt to the time where Browning comes in. I'm still trying to figure out what changed for the Bengals. Maybe I'll watch the film again to try to see. I was very much focused on the offensive line. I was very much focused on whether they were a problem or not, and they were a big problem early in the game. Again, I think they just settled in. I really think that was the main thing. The play calling, I don't really know if I could speak on that yet. It definitely looked different when you had Jake in there versus when you had Joe in there. And Jake seems much more willing, or the calls that Jake's getting are much more conducive to him exiting the pocket quickly and or rolling to the right. Jake Browning loves to roll to the right, buy himself a little bit of time, and give himself the opportunity to take a shot down the field. He loves doing that. And he hit on some of them, and he missed on some of them. And he missed bad on some of them. The first pick, I don't know if it was on him. The receiver stopped. The second pick was gross. It was gross. It was disgusting. He threw it to that white boy, 42 or whatever. And the guy, falls on his ass and then returns it for, 30 yards or so. I mean, it was gross. It was a terrible interception. Threw it into a blanket of 3 guys. And I will say, the white boy that picked it off for the Jags, he did a little Madden user lurk. You know what I'm saying? He did a good job. But I noticed more pistol from Jake and the Bengals play callers, Zach Taylor, I guess. I noticed more pistol, right? Some play action and then roll out of there. I noticed a lot more screens to Jamar. Get Jamar out in space, let him make a play. And we saw him do it on Jake's first series. You just bang, bang, and Jamar's out there. He's in space. He's rolling. Made a huge run after, huge yak. Got some yak after the catch. I'm pretty optimistic. I will say this. This might be the most important thing I say on this podcast today. This one man might be the most important aspect of Cincinnati Bengals 2025 success. And that guy is Amarius Mims. We saw Amarius Mims get hurt. Second or third series that Jake Browning was in. And we see Cody Ford enter the game at right tackle. I need to get something off my chest. How the fuck is Cody Ford a professional football player? The guy is ass. booty cheeks, shit in a toilet. He's terrible. Every single play that Cody Ford was in the game at right tackle for Cincinnati, every single play, he's getting pushed back, and not just kind of like worked back as the play progresses. No, he is getting shoved, bullied. And you can tell when a football player's confidence is low on film by the way, especially O lineman. And this is coming from a guy I used to pass rush. So you can tell when an O lineman's confidence is just dashed after the play. The way he looks around, you can tell the guy knows that all of this is getting captured on film, and it's going to be yet another Monday where he's getting his ass torn through in the film room. This guy, Cody Ford, he looks embarrassed after every play. And yet he continues to he gets shoved backwards again the next play. It is pitiful watching 61 for Cincinnati play football. It is absolutely astonishing that this guy is making money on an active roster in the National Football League. It's astounding. And when Mims came back into the game, when you see Mims back in there on film, it's like, oh, thank God. We have a real man back in there again. It's just staggering to me. It's staggering to me. I don't know if I've seen a worse Cincinnati Bengal. He might be worse than Bobby Hart. And Bobby Hart played right tackle. He might be worse. Cody Ford. I'm telling you. It's absolutely insane. So there's that. I really think we have a chance to do something this year. If Mims is able to stay healthy. And the thing with Mims, and I've seen this with a lot of really great athletes, players that are incredible athletes. You see this a lot. Sometimes guys are so gifted, big, strong, athletic, that it's too much for their body to handle. And sometimes I wonder if Mims doesn't fall into that category where Amarius Mims is such a freak that his own body can't handle the duress of being able to generate so much force and move the way he does at that size. The thing I like about Mims at right tackle for the Bengals is Mims in pass protection attacks. Mims' hands are the first thing there when he's protecting on pass rush. Even early in the game, when we saw the Bengals offensive line just get bullied, I didn't see Mims lose a single rep. I didn't see Mims lose any reps at all. So I think it's really, really, really important for the Bengals' success as a team to make sure Amarius Mims is in there healthy, taking every rep. Number one, because I really think he's a special player. But number two, his backup, Cody Ford, is absolute disgraceful hot dog water. He's terrible. He's terrible. And I'd probably say that to his face because he probably wouldn't even be able to block me. He's terrible. Imagine he pops up in the chat. I'd be so lucky. I like the way Mims attacks in pass pro. It's very unique to see an offensive lineman do that because a lot of them, they kick step back and they get their hands there first. But Mims is pushing forward. A Marius Mims. So let's see. I mean, obviously Jamar had a great game. And part of the reason I'm so confident in this team still is the fact that we have the best skill players in pro football. And I don't even think it's close. I think Mitch Tinsley could be wide receiver 1 on some teams. I think Yoshivash could be a top wide receiver on a lot of teams. We've got 2 tight ends that are tight end 1 on a lot of teams. That's Noah Fant, Mike Gesicki. And we've obviously got 2 wide receiver 1s, one of them being the best wide receiver in the game. It's not even close. I see a lot of debates on Twitter today. Not debates, but just conversation starters, particularly from some like bigger accounts that say Vikings, Bengals on Sunday, and you got 2 offensive quarterbacks, and you've got Jamar versus Justin Jefferson. So this game will unabashedly tell us who the best receiver in the game is. I didn't even know that this was up for discussion anymore. Some people obviously still do. Who is the best wide receiver in the game? And this game should be able to tell us. You know, I don't. The only reason I mind that narrative is because I thought we covered that a while ago. I thought we were past the delusion that there's anybody even close to Jamar Chase. I thought we were past that. But, you know, people in the media, they got to have a narrative. They got to have some kind of juice for that game. So I get it. I get it. I get why they want to push this narrative. Oh, we're going to see who the best wide receiver in the game really is. We got 2 backup quarterbacks going against each other. Okay, Jake Browning shits on Wentz, first of all. Always has, always. I mean, Wentz had that one good season in Philly. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to, for some reason, it's just kind of easy to hate on Carson Wentz. And I'm also a biased Bengals fan. So there's that. But I just thought we tackled that narrative a while back. Jamar's easily the best receiver in the game. Trying to think what else, man. Trying to think, baby. We here. We queer. No, I'm just kidding. We here. Power damn light bulb, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to think if there's anything else that I got from this game film. It's funny, man. I'll watch this game film and I'll be like, oh, hell yeah. I got so many talking points. I got so many deductions from this game film right now, homie. I got it, boy. And then I'll get on air and my load's blown in like 20 minutes. Like an hour episode. That's what's happening today, boy. That's what's happening. So I'm just trying to figure my way here. Let me think. The thing too, man. I was mad because I said to myself about this Bengals game, I was like, dude, it's the fucking Jaguars. And we're getting bullied up front. Our offensive line's getting bullied. What I didn't think about was the fact that they got Eric Armstead, 91 up there. And I got Josh Hines Allen at defensive end. And then they got another guy, Walker. I think he came out of Bama, number 44, absolute brick shithouse, that guy. Walker. I thought he was a guy playing dress up as Miles Jack. If you guys remember Miles Jack, the stud out of UCLA that played running back and linebacker, had a long career at linebacker in Jacksonville. I think he was part of that AFC Championship team. 44. His name's Walker. I thought he was Miles Jack. I thought, damn, this motherfucker's immortal, bro. This boy Miles Jack, he done found that serum, boy. But it was a different guy. So Jacksonville, they've got some guys up there, up front. So it made sense to me when I watched the film, and I was kind of like, okay. It makes sense that these guys were doing some bullying. It makes sense. Everybody else on that defense in Jacksonville, other than Travis Hunter, I don't really know who they are, for real. I'm glad we made it out of that game. And here's the thing, looking ahead for the Bengals, there's about to be so much bias injected what I'm about to say. The Bengals, I think, okay, next week, so we obviously got Vikings game coming up. I think that's a win. Okay? What I'm about to say is not financial advice. I'm very, very, very convinced that the Bengals being a 3-point dog is a massive mistake by these Vegas books. I think the Bengals get the win, and I think they do so resoundingly on the road in Minneapolis. Okay? Jake Browning's already got a bit of a chip on his shoulder against the Vikes for cutting him. Never should have cut me, he said on the sidelines. He slammed his helmet down. The guy's just got it, dude. Tell me I'm coping. Tell me I'm coping. This guy, Jake Browning, has got it. And he's gonna have this team. Look, Joe might not make it back. The historical precedent for guys coming back after what happened to Joe is very, very bleak. It's very bleak. But God, it'd be a hell of a movie if he made it back for that stretch of games where we play Baltimore, Buffalo, Baltimore. God, wouldn't that be a good film, huh? And I believe if Burrow's able to make it back at all, I really feel like if there's any backup in the league that has the opportunity to have us where we need to be when that time comes, it's Jake Browning. Watching him on film, that sentiment is reiterated to me. It's affirmed. There's nobody that can tell me that this team at 2-0, even when our franchise quarterback is probably gone for the year, doesn't have a shot. Doesn't have a shot. You can't tell me they don't have a shot to do something. I keep thinking about if Jake Browning took us to the promised land, how he would definitely get a starting job somewhere else. I keep thinking about all this stuff. I'm trying to think what else I got from this film. Like I said, I got mostly through it. I didn't get all the way through it. And I'm still trying to figure out the difference in how we were able to move the rock around with Jake in there as opposed to the issues we were having when Joe was in there. And I think my immediate answer to that right now is that the guys up front just might not have been settled in. They might not have anticipated the strength of Eric Armstead, of Josh Hines Allen. I swear, Josh Hines Allen. God, it's such a drag, such a mouthful to say that name, by the way. Josh Hines Allen. I'm pretty sure he got that name change done because of Buffalo Josh Allen. Had to be. Absolutely no chance that it was anything other than that. I don't even know where he got the name Hines. He's a big cat, though. He's a big boy. Kentucky guy. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I got much more on that Bengals game. That'll be today's show. We'll wrap it there. I'm going to put this on the Spotify, and then I'm going to hop on a Madden stream after that. We'll do some Madden. Call it a day. If you're in here right now and you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It helps us out a lot. If you're in here and you are subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. Appreciate your support as we continue to be the number one fastest growing football podcast and channel in the world. Tell a friend about our show. If you love football, you're going to adore our channel, and so are your friends that love football. That's my synopsis of the Bengals offense. Maybe we'll take a look at the defense. We're definitely going to be here every day, 5 or 6-ish Eastern time, Monday through Friday, covering the latest football rumblings, watching some film, doing the dance. Because we know it's important to show up and be here if we want to retain our title as the fastest growing football podcast and YouTube channel on the planet. So with that, I will see you guys tomorrow. Or if you choose to pop into the Madden stream, we'll see you here in a few minutes.